If a tree falls in the forest and no one hears, does it make a sound? Everything in the physical world exists only in our perceptions. In other words, the existence of something depends on the presence of a mind perceiving it. These ideas are derived from Berkeley's philosophy. Berkeley's idealism posits this: to be is to be perceived. In other words, for something to exist, it must be perceived by a mind. In this context, if no one hears the tree fall, even the physical sound it might have created becomes meaningless. Sound is merely a perception, or without a mind or perceiver, sound cannot exist. The idea of reality existing only in relation to the perceiver, fascinating concept, isn't it? People who discuss such ideas seems truly eager to make sense of life and unravel its miseries. What is man in regard of others? These are profound questions that go much deeper than they appear. How can they ask such a profound questions? And why don't we, in everyday conversation with friends, present arguments to prove our existence? Socrates provides an answer to it. Philosophy, in trying to understand the world, helps us understand ourselves better. When a person questions their thoughts, beliefs, and values, they gain a deeper understanding of themselves and the universe. It is not just about acquiring knowledge, but seeking meaning. This means that when engaging in philosophy, we need to discuss meaningful things. The word philosophy comes from the ancient Greek philosophia, which is a combination of philos, meaning love, and sophia, meaning wisdom. So philosophy translates to love of wisdom, or the pursuit of wisdom. Philosophy is way of thinking meaningfully. Philosophy has origins too in ancient Greek. During this era, great thinkers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle shaped the discipline. Using logical methods, they explored fundamental questions about universe and life, seeking meaningfully answers. Philosophy, unlike science, does not aim for definite conclusion, but encourage questioning and deep thinking. Philosophy has many branches. Metaphysics, the nature of reality. Metaphysics is one of the core areas in philosophy. What is reality? What is existence? These questions lead to deep debates about the nature of the universe. Metaphysics is one of the oldest and most fundamental branches of philosophy. The term comes from Aristotle's writing, where metaphysics means beyond the physical or non-physical. It examines abstract and fundamental concepts like existence, reality, time, space, cause and effect relationship. Key areas in metaphysics include being and reality, ontology, the study of being, time and space, causality, free will and determinism, matter and mind. Epistemology, the source of knowledge. Epistemology concerned with the theory of knowledge. The term comes from the Greek words episteme, means knowledge, and logos, means science or thought. Epistemology explores the nature, source, limits, accuracy, and validity of knowledge. This field asks, how do we know what we know? How can we obtain knowledge? What counts as the true knowledge? For instance, if you say an apple is red, how did you arrive at that knowledge? Are you trusting what your eyes see, or are you relying on another source of information? Ethics, right and wrong. Ethics is a philosophical discipline where people think about right and wrong, good and bad, justice and injustice. It explores questions like this: what is right and wrong? What makes something good or bad? What is moral responsibility? Let's take an example. Is lying wrong? What if you lie to save someone's life? Does that still make it wrong? Ethics help us to navigate such dilemmas. Logic, the art of correct thinking. Logic is the art of correct reasoning and valid argumentation. It analyzes the structure of thought and arguments, evaluating their validity and reliability. Logic is essential not only in philosophy, but also in fields like mathematics, but also in fields like linguistics, computer science, and artificial intelligence. Example: all birds can fly. Penguins are birds. Therefore, penguins can fly. This argument appears correct, but is logically flawed because it relies on faulty generalization. Political philosophy. Justice and freedom. Political philosophy examines in the relationships between individuals, societies, and states. It explores questions such as what is justice? What is freedom? How should power be distributed? How can equality be achieved? For example, in Plato's Republic, in ideal society proposed where individuals' freedoms are also non-existent. On the other hand, John Locke argued that individuals' liberties should be the fountain of the state. I'm not saying this is right or this is wrong, but this is the area of politic philosophy. Everyone has a different politic ideas, but the style to argue this with philosophy perspective is the branch of the politic philosophy, aesthetics, the interpretation of beauty. Aesthetic is the philosophical study of beauty, art, and aesthetic experiences. It examines questions like this: what is beauty? What is art? Are aesthetic values universal or cultural? For instance, Immanuel Kant believed that beauty is perceived through a combination of emotion and reason. Beauty is not merely a personal preferences, but an experience that can be universally shared. Philosophy of language. This branch examines the nature, function, and meaning of the language and its relationships to human thought. Questions include: how does language represent the world? Is language a tool for thought, or does it shape thought itself? Philosophy of science. This discipline examines the nature, foundation, and validity of scientific knowledge and methods. It investigates the objectify of specific inquiry and the relationship between scientific knowledge and reality. Philosophy of mind. Philosophy of mind explores the relationship between mental states and physical reality. It asks fundamental questions like: what is the mind? How does the mind interact with the body? How does consciousness work? Philosophical anthropology. Philosophical anthropology examines human nature, meaning, and humanity's place in the world. It investigates questions such as: what is human nature? What makes human unique? How do humans interact with culture and nature? Philosophy connects the branches through logical reasoning. For those seeking to understand profound ideas, a multidisciplinary approach is essential. Philosophy teaches us to see the world from different perspectives and make informed decisions. For example, ethics help us to make better choices. Logic strengthens our arguments. Metaphysics fuels our curiosity about the universe. Philosophy is not just academic subject, it's life itself. Engaging in philosophy is a tool to bring meaning to life.